Which one lost their signal? Oh, I think that's Maddie. I think. Might have been me. Okay.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fort Knox, Kentucky. I am Second Lieutenant Nathan Dawes, your narrator for today's graduation ceremony. At this time, we would like to welcome the following guests. Command Sergeant Major, U.S. Army Cadet Command and Fort Knox, Command Sergeant Major Kenneth Krause and his wife Fran. Mayor of the City of Radcliffe, the Honorable Mike Weaver. Army Reserve Ambassador, Brigadier General Retired Michael Devine. Deputy Commanding General of the U.S. Army Cadet Command and Commandant, Cadet Summer Training, Brigadier General Robert Bennett. Command Sergeant Major, Cadet Summer Training, Command Sergeant Major Randy Wright. Spouse of the Deputy Commanding General, U.S. Army Human Resources Command, Mr. Ricky Owens. This ceremony is conducted by ROTC cadets, marking the successful completion of basic camp. Cadets from colleges and universities across the nation will celebrate the successful completion of 31 days of challenging training. The graduating unit for today is the 4th Regiment of Basic Camp. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Cadet Josiah Bryan from Eastern Washington University. Also participating in today's ceremony is the 78th Army Band at Joint Base Dix-McGuire Lakehurst, and the 319th Army Band from Queens, New York, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 3 Louis Santiago, and led by Drum Major Sergeant First Class Nicholas Greason. The cadets of the 4th Regiment are now formed on the field. Each regiment has had the honor of having bestowed upon it a namesake. This namesake is in remembrance of a general who has commissioned through the Army ROTC program and has achieved great success throughout their career. 4th Regiment has had the distinct privilege of honoring General Peter J. Schoonmaker. General Peter J. Schoonmaker was born on February 12, 1946, in Michigan and was raised in an Army family. He was commissioned as a second lieutenant through the Reserve Officer Training Corps at the University of Wyoming. Upon graduation in 1969, he entered active duty and attended the Armor Officer Basic Course at Fort Knox in 1969. General Schoonmaker spent the next 35 years in a variety of command and staff positions. Some of his top commands include the Chief of Staff of the United States Army, Commander-in-Chief of the United States Special Operations Command, Commanding General of the United States Army Special Operations Command, and Commanding General of Joint Special Operations Command. Among his many military awards, General Schoonmaker has received the Defense Distinguished Service Medal with Oak Leaf Cluster, Distinguished Service Medal with Oak Leaf Cluster, Defense Superior Service Medal with 3 Oak Leaf Cluster, the Legion of Merit with 2 Oak Leaf Cluster, and the Bronze Star. In honor of their completion of basic camp, cadets from the General Schoonmaker Regiment will be receiving a 3-gun salute in the form of a cadet cannonade. In a moment, the commander of troops will bring the units to attention.
Bring your units to attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the invocation offered by First Lieutenant Matthew Furman, Chaplain Candidate. The host and reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Colonel John Tusing, Task Force Warrior Commander. He is accompanied by the Regimental Tactical Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Dye.
Bring your units to parade rest! Parade rest!
Let us pray. Almighty God, I ask that you would bless all the cadets who are graduating CST today. Help them put the knowledge, skills, and insights gained through their training to good use for their universities and for the better of our nation. Send your blessing upon the drill sergeants and cadre who put the time in to train these future leaders of the Army. Bless the family and friends of these cadets who support them in their calling to serve. All of this I ask in your holy name, for you are a good God who loves mankind. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Bring your units to attention!
Company! Attention!
Company! Attention! Sir, the regiment is formed!
Post colors.
Detachment! Center! March! Detachment! Forward! March!
The colors are now being brought forward by the commander of troops. The flags present for today's ceremony are the national colors, the Army field flag, and the cadet command colors.
Sir, the colors are present!
Present command.
Bring your units to present arms!
Present arms!
Present arms! Detachment! Present arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing during the firing of the cadet cannonade. We ask that military personnel in uniform maintain their hand salute until the completion of the cadet cannonade. The United States Army ROTC Cadet Cannonade salutes the three pillars of our service to the nation. Duty, obedience and disciplined performance despite difficulty or danger. Duty requires self-responsibility and selfless devotion. Honor, encompassing integrity and dedication. Honor is the thread which holds together the fabric of our Army. Country, for which men and women have given their lives. Our country shines as a light of freedom and dignity to the world. The greater community of Fort Knox and our national and local service organizations are here to show their support to our future Army leaders. These cadets have demonstrated superior character in service throughout training and will be recognized for their efforts. Also, we kindly ask family and friends to remain seated during the awards presentation. The awardees will be brought forward immediately following the ceremony for pictures.
Mark time. More. Left, right. Detail. Halt. Left. Hey.
The Military Order of the Purple Heart Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Irvin Lyons. The award is given to the one cadet in each regiment who has shown the most improvement in the development of character and accountability and has met all stated basic camp standards. This award is presented to Cadet Zachary Morris from Norwich University. The Military Order of the World Wars Award is presented by Brigadier General Retired Charles D. Estes. The award is presented to the cadet who best demonstrates the ability to apply experiences and capabilities to solve complex tactical problems. This award is presented to Cadet Andrew Strachey from the University of Texas at San Antonio. The Military Officers Association of America Award is presented by Brigadier General Retired Charles D. Estes. The award is presented to the cadet who demonstrated superior dedication to duty by accepting accountability for self and assigned unit through the employment of team members while applying the fundamentals of leadership. This award is presented to Cadet Christopher Murray from Augusta University. The AUSA Warrior Ethos Award is presented by Mr. Randy Acton. The award is given to the cadet achieving the highest marksmanship scores. The award is presented to Cadet Alexis Montgomery from the University of Houston. The First Command Financial Services Award is presented by Brigadier General Retired Charles Estes. The award is given to the cadet who demonstrates the leadership traits necessary to encourage teamwork, improve unit cohesion, and reinforce mission accomplishment. The award is presented to Cadet Dane Kime from the University of Washington at Seattle. The Armed Forces Bank Performance Award is presented by Miss Nicole Shoemaker. The award is given to the cadet who best demonstrates respect for other cultures and people by effectively utilizing the training scenarios to gain a better understanding of cross-cultural competencies as they relate to a complex environment. This award is presented to Cadet Oluwaleke Ajenafuja from Bowie State University. The Reserve Officers Association Award is presented by Brigadier General Retired Michael Devine. The award is given to the cadet who is best reflection of the characteristics of comprehensive soldiering, family fitness, and demonstrating resilience and potential for enhanced performance to cope with adversity, better perform in stressful situations, and thrive in life. This award is presented to Cadet Miranda Robertson from Missouri State University. The Society of American Military Engineers Award is presented by Mr. Ian Mitchell. The award is given to the cadet who is enrolled in an engineering major and possesses observably improved problem-solving skills. This award is presented to Cadet Taylor Barnes from Minnesota State University at Mankato. The Bold Leader Spirit Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Charlie Fraley. The award is given to the cadet who best demonstrates the ability to apply appropriate motivational techniques, inspirational leadership, and demonstrates the spirit of a leader. This award is presented to Cadet Alexandria Head from Auburn University. The Apex Tech Warrior Award is presented by Miss Christine Peterson. The award is presented to the cadet with the highest cumulative scores in land navigation and marksmanship. This award is presented to Cadet Brian Wallace from the University of South Carolina. The USAA Warrior Spirit Award is presented by Command Sergeant Major retired Joe Zettelmoyer. The award is given to the cadet that best demonstrates Army profession, ethics, and officership, while best exemplifying the warrior spirit. This award is presented to Cadet Stephen Lewis from University of North Georgia. The American Legion Commander's Award is presented by Chief Warrant Officer 3 retired Steve Schaefer. The award is given to the cadet who best demonstrates the characteristics essential in the disciplined practices of our duties and reflected in our time-honored customs, courtesies, and traditions. This award is presented to Cadet Austin Lang from the University of Colorado at Boulder. The National Guard Association of the United States Award is presented by Major Damon Hall to the Army National Guard cadet that demonstrates the most improvement in physical and mental preparedness for the advanced ROTC curriculum. This award is presented to Cadet Lucas Perro from North Dakota State University. The National Sojourners Award is presented by Master Sergeant Ricardo Solis. The award is given to the cadet who best exemplifies Americanism and devotion to the country by displaying an understanding of the relationship of the Army leader with our nation. This award is presented to Cadet Angelina Bertrand from East Stroudsburg University. The Armed Forces Service Corporation Award is presented by Colonel Retired Don Bartholomew. The award is given to the cadet who best demonstrates physical readiness. This award is being presented to Cadet Taylor Clarkson from West Virginia University. At the completion of the ceremony, today's awardees will return to the field for individual congratulations and photo opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our awardees a round of applause. The reviewing officer and guest speaker for today's ceremony, Colonel John Tusing, Task Force Warrior Commander.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Major General Chris Hughes, the Commander of Cadet Command, thank you for joining us today to congratulate these future leaders on successfully completing the basic camp as part of Task Force Warrior here at Fort Knox, Kentucky. It's great to see so many family members here, and I really enjoyed meeting many of you and hearing your stories. Something you did sparked a desire for these cadets, and we thank you for your influence. And of course, somebody determined that these cadets have the potential, the desire, and the mental toughness to serve as officers, and that's why they're here. And trust me, we tested them. Please join me in a round of applause for the families of these cadets and for their support. The cadets that stand before you on the field today represent the very best that our country has to offer. They come from 44 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. They've gone through a tough course on their way towards becoming an Army officer and have earned our respect, and we're all very proud. Many years ago, I stood in a formation very similar to the one you see today. I remember being very proud to have completed the training. I was a little tired, a little scraped up, and I was ready to move on to the next task. My wife also went through similar training, and she gave me some great advice for today when she heard I was going to speak. She said, "Don't talk too long." So don't worry, I won't, but I do have a couple of thoughts I'd like to share. First, I'd like to thank the band. You all look and sound great as always, and you really add a touch of class to the ceremony, so thank you. And how about that cannonade? That was awesome. Duty, honor, country is really the foundation of why we serve. So well done, cannon crew. I'd also like to recognize the greater Fort Knox community for continuously demonstrating your unwavering support and for your recognition of the Army's future leaders. Thank you all. The cadre and staff of the 4th Regiment is led by Lieutenant Colonel Eric Dye from Pacific Lutheran University and Master Sergeant Jose Quijas from Fresno State. Thank you both for your leadership, for watching over these cadets, and for giving them tough training, and for your team's dedication, professionalism, and hard work. Cadet Summer Training is the largest training exercise in the Army with nearly 15,000 participants, and there's just no way to do it without commitment and teamwork and exceptional cadre, faculty, and staff. In the Cadet Creed, you heard the linkage of our past, our present, and our future. We wouldn't be here today without the brave men and women that have gone before us, especially those that have served in a time of conflict. If you're a veteran, would you please stand so that we can recognize you today? Veterans, in honor of your service, we would like to present to you the 284 cadets on the field, our next generation of Army leaders. Our mission for Task Force Warrior is to assess the grit and the character of cadets and determine their propensity to serve as an officer in our Army, to lead soldiers in an increasingly complex world. It's no small task. 4th Regiment is named in honor of General Pete Schoonmaker. He's well known as the Army's 35th Chief of Staff, but many people don't remember that he actually came out of retirement to serve in that position. He was a remarkable officer and truly is a soldier for life. In 1980, as a member of Delta Force, he launched on a mission known as Desert One in a valiant effort to rescue American hostages held in Iran. Unfortunately, that mission ended in failure. 8 Americans lost their lives, and others were forever scarred. That left a deep impression on General Schoonmaker. He kept a photo of the carnage that night to remind him of the grief and the failure of that failure and the mission and the commitment that the survivors of that operation made to a different future. The cost of failure in this business is too great. And we have to do everything we can to ensure our soldiers and our leaders have the best training possible. That's exactly what we've been getting after here at Fort Knox. The cadets in front of you represent over 147 colleges and universities across our nation. Many cadets arrived here with very limited knowledge of basic military skills, and some really didn't know what it was they were getting into. Some just graduated from high school, and some only committed a month or two before they got on a plane. But they've done well. In basic camp, they experienced an immersive military environment where they were trained and evaluated on individual soldier tasks such as the gas chamber and basic rifle marksmanship. They stumbled through the woods, searching for points during land navigation, trying to remember their pace count, and maybe trying to do some terrain association. I was out there one day and I was watching one cadet. To the casual observer, it might have appeared that he was walking around in circles, but there was a method to his madness. And I heard him as he said, I don't understand it. I plotted the point accurately. I've got my pace count. Surely I walked the correct azimuth. Perhaps they put the point in the wrong spot. They also encouraged one another as they went through obstacle courses, team challenges, and the high ropes confidence course. They spent some time in a field environment, and they had lots of foot marches over hills with names like agony, misery, and heartache. There might have been a little poison ivy out there and a few bee stings and twisted ankles, and there were definitely a lot of blisters. And the cadre tried their best to challenge them and make sure that they were sweaty every day, and I think they got it right. Oh, and they might have got rained on once or two times. Okay, this regiment got poured on, and that's the truth. I'm sure they've told you already. And somehow, they stayed motivated, and they smiled, and some even laughed on the inside. And hopefully, they learned a few things about character and the life of a soldier and leadership. They gained a better appreciation for our Army values and for our profession. They embraced the diversity and unique backgrounds, skills, and talents that each of them brought to their unit. They exemplified the meaning of esprit de corps while faced with physical and mental hardships. And they are exactly the kind of go-getters we want for our Army. We're in good hands. Cadets of 4th Regiment, it's been a pleasure working with you. You should be proud of your accomplishments here at Cadet Summer Training, and I know we certainly are. Never forget the lessons that you've learned. Your efforts have prepared you to meet the challenges as you continue on your journey in Army ROTC and the path towards becoming an officer. Remember to take time to know your soldiers, even though you'll have very little time. Always put their needs before your own. Ensure they understand the importance of the mission and your unit's role. Listen to your NCOs. Make sure you are always ready, physically and mentally. Always improve your position and never, ever quit. We have the best soldiers in the world, and they deserve the best leaders. That's why you're here. Leadership excellence, Army strong.
Bring your units to attention.
Company, attention!
Company, attention. Detachment, post. March!
to review.
Pass and review. Forward. March.
Right turn!
Forward.
Right!
At this time, the 4th Regiment will perform the ceremonial pass in review. Please remember to stand and render honors to the nation as the colors pass. Passing the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troops for today's graduation, Cadet Summer from Eastern Washington University. Following the Commander of Troops is the 78th Army Band from Joint Base Dixon Lakehurst, and the 15th Army Band from Queens, New York, led by Chief Warden Secretary Louis Santiago, and the Sergeant First Class Nicholas Greason. Passing the reviewing stand is Alpha Company, led by Cadet Jessica Shook from Loyola University. Passing the reviewing stand is the Color Guard, led by Cadet Hillary Bareilles from Minnesota State University at Mankato. Now passing the reviewing stand is Bravo Company, led by Cadet Ethan Cortez from McDaniel College. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army Song.
Sir, this concludes the ceremony.
Train to lead. Excellent job.
Leadership excellence, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. As a reminder, this ceremony can be viewed at futurearmyofficers.com. Family and friends, please allow a few moments for your cadets to prepare for departure before joining them at the tents to the right side of the field. Each cadet has different instructions depending on their next mission. If you have any questions after speaking with your cadet, feel free to ask any of the cadre members for clarification. For your enjoyment while you wait, we have a reception set up to the rear of the reviewing stand. We ask that you please move away from the parade field. Thank you for attending.
Right. Left. Left. Detail. Halt. Left. Peace.
Hey, how you